श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरण सिद्धान्त कौमुदीयं विरच्यते अ इ उन् ऋल् ऋक् ए ओङ् ऐ औज् हयवरट् ळण् ञमङणनं झभञ् घढधश् जबगडधश् खफचटथ चटतौ कपै श श सर् हल् iti maheshwarani sutrani. So we were seeing the sutra, we are seeing the Ajanta Pullinga in which the Rama Shabda we are trying to establish. Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramau, Raman. Till Raman we saw. Now the Tritiya Vibhakti, which is Ta Bhyam Bhis. Okay, Ta Bhyam Bhis. So Rama plus Ta, that is where we left this. So he says, he is bringing the next sutra, important sutra for establishing Rama plus Ta. Yasma pratyavidistadadi pratyengam. Yasmat pratyavidistadadi pratyengam. Yasmat pratyavidistadadi pratyengam. Yasmat pratyavidihi tadadihi pratyaye angam. Yasmat at fifth case. Pratyavidihi prathama. प्रत्यविधि तदादिहि प्रथमा प्रत्यये ए सो सप्तमी angam is prathama. So yasmat pratyavidhi tadadi pratyye angam. So that is what he says. Now what does this sutra mean? To which the pratyaya is given, the group of characters before that pratyaya is what is called as anga. Anga is an important sanya. We are giving a name anga. Anga means limb. Here we are giving the name limb. For this pratyaya, this is the limb. Meaning, see, this is another name. Like for pratyaya, we gave vibhakti, etc. Okay. Now, the form, character form before the pratyaya, we called it in a loose word, loose translation, we called it base word, right? That base word is what is getting the name anga. Okay, base word is what is getting the name anga. He says, okay, yaha pratyaya yasmad krete tadadihi shabda swarupam tasmin pratyaya paraye anga sanyam syat. Yaha pratyaya yasmad krete, the pratyaya, you are giving the pratyaya for whichever group of characters. That group of characters before that pratyaya, for that pratyaya it becomes, when that pratyaya is following, for that pratyaya it becomes anga. Okay, anga sangyamsya, it is given the name anga for that pratyaya. Bhavami bhavishyami ityado vikarana vishishtasya anga sangyartham tadadi pratyaya. Tadadihi kim, why do you have to say tadadi? Yasmat pratyavidhi, to whichever the pratyaya is enjoined, for that pratyaya, that is anga, simple. Yes, you bring in the pratyaya for bhu sattaya, you bring in the pratyaya for bhu bhu plus ti or bhu plus me. But after all the calculations, after all the actions which take place for bhu plus me, what happens is bhu gets kartarishap. It's called as vikarana pratyaya, another pratyaya. Now there is one pratyaya in between, there is one pratyaya later. So should you include this pratyaya, this vikarana pratyaya also as anga or not? That will be a confusion like that. So to ward that off, for whatever is the pratyaya before that, whatever exists, that is called as anga. Tadadihi, whatever group of words, whether it has vikarana or not, does not really matter. That group of word is called as anga. That is what is the idea here. Vidhi iti kim. So why do you have to say vidhi? Yasmat pratyaya tadadi pratyangam. To whichever the pratyaya is enjoined, before that, that is pratyanga. So we have this issue here in ई-इयति, stri iyam idam, meaning this is the size of the sea, this is the size. Parimanam means size. This is the length at which she can go, etc. For that, in that sense, okay. Pratyaye kim. Why do you have to say pratyaye? Pratyavishishtasya tatopi adhikasya va ma bhutiti. So you have to say pratyaye angam. Why do you have to say pratyaye? You already have pratyaya to whichever the pratyaya is enjoined. That is anga for that pratyaya, of course. No? So why do you have to say again pratyaya? So he says for the pratyaya that which has already a pratyaya or that which is more than a pratyaya, this should not take place. So we'll understand this final part with the reference to tika. Okay. Atha tritiya vukti. Now he is going to the third case, which is tabhyam bhis, right? Tatra ta iti takarasya chutu iti itsanyayam lopah. There the takara gets itsanya, chutu. Okay, so it gets lopa. Takara ucharanam tu tag nasing asam. Then why do you have to, if you are to drop it, then why do you bring it? Like in the English variant books or in vernacular, any other language, if they are going to teach Sanskrit, they are just going to say abhyam bhis or abhyam ais accordingly. They are not going to say tabhyam bhis, because anyway in the practical application there is no ta there. So why didn't you also explain it like this? It will be simple, right? The problem is for another sutra this ta is necessary. Ta ngasi ngasaminat syaha, ta ngasi ngas. For this ina at sya, ina at sya, these three characters, these replacements will come. For ta, ina will come. So for that sutra under dvitiya stau ityado, dvitiya stau, there is another sutra dvitiya stau. There in those sutras this takara is used. That is why we have to specify ta, not a. Rama plus a iti. So anyway, ta is chutu, it is dropped, elided. Now Rama plus a. In this situation, angakaryam vidhasyan angasanyamaha. So for bringing the anga karya, he is now giving the anga. See, any karya, if you are going to use some application, then you have to have a base for that application. Meaning, if you are going to use a name, you have to, if you are going to call a name or use a name, then you have to give that name or call that name. Okay, so now from the next sutra angasya, there is a group of sutras which is angasya is adhikara sutra. There are a group of sutras which are dependent on that anga. So every sutra will carry forward this anga, one for this anga, angasya pare, angat pare, or angasya, etc. All that in different permutation and combination of the declension, angasya will be carried forward. Okay, so yasmad iti prakriti bhuta ityartha. So yasmat, there what do you say? The prakriti bhuta, the base word. Prakriti is base word. Okay, yah pratyah iti yat shabdantradhyaharastu pratyah asakti labhyah. So how do you bring in yah pratyayo? There is no yah pratyay in this, or you don't carry it forward from any other sutra. Where did it come from? Pratyasakti labhyah, because of the this expectation. There is a association, because of the expectation of association. I don't understand this. Why? Because see, tad adihi, he says, tad adihi, tad, if it is there, then yat should be there. Understand? So that expectation is fulfilled with this yaha, yaha taha, yaha saha, yad tad, yasya tasya. All this kind of if one is there, the other should be there. If it does not exist, you have to do adhyahara. Sacha yasmad yasya pratyaya vidhi tasmin pratyaya tadayadehe angasanya iti arthalabhaya. So to give a clarity, he says yasmad sacha yasmat, and that yat, that pratyaya, whatever. So sa prakriti, that prakriti, whichever wherever it exists, yasmad yasya pratyasya vidhi, for which this pratyaya is coming as a vidhi, injunction, tasmin pratyaya pare. When that pratyaya is following, you have a base word for which you have brought a pratyaya. When that pratyaya exists, the previous word, whatever transformation it took, it will be called as anga. Okay, anga sanya. Tat prakriti rupam adi yasya tat tadadi. Tadadi means tat prakriti rupam adi yasya. That prakriti rupam, that whole base word, that group of characters, beginning is the beginning for which pratyaya, is before which pratyaya. That is what is called as tadadi. Namasnaka shabdavasha shabda swarupam iti adhyara. Tadadi is good enough, but since it is a group of characters, it is in Napumsakalinga, it is a neutral gender. Therefore, we say Shabda Swarupam. We have to also carry forward. Shabda Swarupam is not from any other sutra. We have to just carry forward Shabda Swarupam, this idea, because it's a neutral gender word. Okay? So, Tadaha, that is what is said. Tadadi Shabda Swarupam iti. Prakriti echa Rama Shabdasya Prakriti Matrasya Tadaditvam Yapadeshivat Bhavat Bodhyam. So here, Rama Shabda becomes Prakriti. Rama Shabda becomes Prakriti. And that Prakriti is what is a Tadadi for the Apratya, Ta Pratya. Okay? No. Yasmat Pratyavidhi Tada Tad Angamiti Evastu. Kim Adi Grahanena Ityataha. So see, the sutra need not be Tadadi Pratyangam. It can just be Tad Pratyangam. You don't have to use this word Adi there. So, for this doubt, he says, Tada Atta Bhavami iti. There is a necessity for Adi. Why? He says, Bhudhatoho lat mip. Bhudhatu with Bhudhatu, Bhu Sattayam existence. Okay? So, Bhu plus mip. So, mip. When you bring in mip, Uttam Purusha, so what happens is, Bhu plus mip, we bring in Vikarana Pratyaya, Kartari Shap, Bhu plus A plus Shap in Shap, Pakara is it, Halantyam, then Shakara is Lashakotadite, only A remains. Bhu plus A plus Mip. Now, there is a Ato Dirgo, etc. This Ato Dhato, etc. So, you have a Bo plus A, then Bhau plus Hoyava, Bhau plus A, Bhava plus Mi. Bhava plus Mi. In this situation, Mi is the Pratyaya. And whatever exists before that is a Mi is the Pratyaya for which you brought Mi. Mi is for Bhudhatu. But in between there is a Kartari Shab Vikarana Pratyaya which transform the Bhu to Bhava. Now should the Bhava be Anga or only Bhu be Anga? If you accept only Bhu be Anga, you will not get the proper form. So he says Tadadihi, that whole group, Bhava, whatever transformation it took place, whatever it undertook, does not really matter. That whole Shabda Surupa should be treated as Anga. That is why he says Bhudhatoho Mip Kartari Shap iti Vikarana Sanya Shap. Vikarana Sanya Shap comes. So Guna Avadesha. Guna and Avadesha takes place. Bhu becomes Bo, Bo plus A, Bho plus Au, Bhau, Bhava, and Ato Dirgho Yai iti. Ato Dirgho Yai. This sutra will bring Adanta Angasya Yai pare Dirghasyat. Adanta Angasya Dirghasyat Yayadi Pratye pare. That is the Vritti. Yayadi Pratye means Ha Yavarat Lan Nyamangana Nam Jha Bhai Ya till Bhai. Yayadi Pratyaya. And we have Mip. Mip is in Haya Varat Lan Nyamanga Ma. It is in Yai. Therefore, he says Dirgha. It should have to take this Dirgha form. So, Bhava becomes a Bhava. Bhava plus Mi, Bhavami. Okay? Bhavami iti Rupam. Tata Bhudhatoho Lrit Mip Shatasil Ruto iti Vikarana Sanyam Sya. So, now, again, similarly, he is bringing another example. Bhudhatu Lrit plus Mip. Same Mip. Okay? Bhudhatu Lrit. Syatasi Lritoho. Sya plus or Tasi comes. Sya Tyasi comes for Lr and Lu. Lrit and Lut. So, Lrit, we are talking about Lrit. So, Sya comes. Bhu plus Sya plus mip. Now vikarana pratyaya, then bhu, bho, bhau, bhau plus and e, it also comes. Ardat skate wala de hai. Bhau plus e plus sya, bhavisya. Then in kubhyam. So we have, when followed by e, then the sakara becomes shakara. Okay, so bhavi plus sya, bhavishya, it becomes bhavishya. Bhavishya plus me. Bhavishya plus me. Shya is adanta. Ato dirgo yai. So bhavishya me. That is the form which we get. That is why he says भूधातोः मिप् स्यतासि लृलुटोः इति विकरणसंज्ञः स्याः इट् आर्धातिकसिद्वलादेः. देन् गुणावादेशौ सेम् गुण and अवादेश. देन् षत्व in कुभ्यां परतः. ओके, देन् अतो दीर्घो ययि. भविष्य इति अस्य इति अंगस्य दीर्घः. Bhavishya, that is the anga. For that, the dirgha should take place. Therefore, bhavishya plus me, bhavishyami. Okay, so that's a bhudatu bhavishyami iti rupam. Atra adikarana abhavi. If you don't bring the adi, then what happens? Mip pratyaye paratah bhu iti prakriti matrasya anga sangyam syat. See, when mip follows, only the bhu gets the anga sanya, not the bhavishya. And we want it for bhavishya. Bhudha shabdadeva mip pratyaya vidhi. Why? Because only for the bhu you brought in the mip pratyaya, not for the whole group. Natu bhava ityasya bhavishya ityasya va vikarana vishtasya. Not for the one which has vikarana pratyaya, bhava or bhavishya. Tataha mip pratyaya videhe abhava. Therefore, mip pratyaya is not applied for the bhavishya or bhava. Therefore, this sutra will not be applicable. Therefore, it will not get anga. Tatascha ato dirgho yayi iti mip pratyaye paratah dirgho na syat. Then, according to ato dirgho yayi, the adanta anga it should be. Whereas bhu is not adanta anga. It is ukaranta anga. Therefore, it will not get any dirgha. Atah adi grahana mityartha. That is why we have to accept the adi. Tad adi pratyaye angam. There is no wastage of characters here. Okay. Why do you have to bring in vidhi? Pratyaya vidhi. Yasmat pratyayah. We bring in pratyas vidhi, right? Why do you have to bring in vidhi, injunction there? So for that he says, yasmat yah pratyayah paratvena shruyate tadari shabdarupam taspin pratyaye anga sanyamiti yatavata eva siddhe vidhikaranam kimartham ityata prashnah. So he says, vidhi iti kim. Why do you have to say vidhi? So he is explaining it in detail. See, even whether you bring in vidhi or not, the pratyaya is only given for whichever character, whichever base word. So you don't have to bring in the vidhi itself. The whole character will get anga even without you bringing the vidhi. So he says that is not so. Why? Stri iyati iti. He is giving the exception. Stri iyati. In this place, it will not be applicable. Whatever idea you are explaining is not applicable. Why? Idam parimanam asyaha iti arthe. Idam shabdat. Idam parimanam asyaha. This is the size. This is the length. This is the amount. And in whichever way. So, in that sense, the idam shabdat, for idam, we bring in the kimidam bhyam vo gaha iti matu. We bring in the matu pratyaya with kimidam bhyam vo gaha. Okay. Now, vasya gascha and vatup va gha, it is replaced with gha. Tasya iyadesha and ainenam phatakachakanam pratyadi. So for that gha you bring in the iya adesha. Okay, so you have a iya, e plus iya. Idam kimoho iti idamah ish. Idam gets ish adesha also. Sitchitvat ish is a shakara. Shakara it. Shakara it means why do you have to have shakara it? Anekal shit sarvasya. If it is multiple charactered, or if the replacement is multiple charactered, or if it is a shakara it, it will come for the whole. So idam replace idam and the whole will be replaced with e, one character. Okay. So shitvat sarvadesha. E plus iyat iti ste. E plus iyat. In this situation, yasya iti chaiti iti ikara lopa. Yes, seti cha. That sutra will bring come and do the ikara lopa. E lopa. So iyat will be the base word. Iyat iti pratyaya matram avashishyate. Iyat, this pratyaya alone remains. See, we don't have any. Iyat is the pratyaya. You understand? See, for idam, you brought a vatu pratyaya. Vatu became gha, gha became iya. Iya. Okay? Iya. For idam, you replace idam with e. E plus iya. Now, iya is a pratyaya. E is the base word. Iya is the pratyaya. But that is what becomes the base word here. That is what he says. Iyat iti pratyaya matram avashishyate. Only iyat remains. Therefore, that should be the base word. So, ugitascha iti nipi yati iti rupam. And ugitascha sarvanama sthane. So, ugitascha, based on that sutra, what happens? This iyat gets eat. E adesha. So, iyati, like that, the form will come. Neep. In neep, nakara is it, pakara is it, then e remains. Iyat plus e, iyati. Okay? iyati trupma. Atra vidigrahana bhave stri iti iyati ityatra रेफाद इकारस्य स्त्रियाः इति अंगकार्यम इयं स्यात्. No. If we don't accept the word vidhi here, stri, sakara, takara, refa, ikara. For that ikara, the iyang will come. The pratyaya will come. So he says that because that will be treated as anga. So refa ikarasya striyah iti angakaryam iyang syat. Because only for anga this iyang should come. Which is the anga? E is the anga. Why will E be treated as anga? Because you didn't say vidhi. So he says stri shabdad paratvena iyat iti pratyasya shruyamanatva. Because after this three, iyat is a pratyaya. You said whatever is applied only the pratyaya. Before that, whatever is means that's a word. It should be a word. It should be something other than the pratyaya. So we brought in the pratyaya only for e, idam, which transformed, and only the pratyaya remained, iyati. Okay, so we want the pratyaya for iyati, but the iyang pratyaya goes to stri, e. So he says stri shabdatva idam iti parashuyamatva. Nacha yasyeti cha iti lopasya abhiyatvena asiddhatvat. It is not d, therefore it is asiddha. You can't think like that. Therefore he says ajadi pratyaya parakatva bhavat na atra iyang pratyati. And it is not ajadi pratyaya. Yasyeti cha, there is no ajadi pratyaya there. Therefore this stupidity which you are saying, the opponent is saying this stupidity which you are saying is not possible. It will come only for the iyati. That is not possible. We say anyona antrikta samanashraya karya kartavye na abhiyatva siddhatvasya prakruteh. This abhiya, it's not b. You said that is not a bhasanya like that. This is b. You should not bring in this idea here, because only when there is something which is not lesser or not more, which is the same scale, only there you have to same plane, not same scale, same plane. Samana ashraya, same plane. Only when there is the effect in the karya taking place in the same plane, this abhiyatva is not applicable. So asti cha yasyeti cha iti shastra apekshya striyah iti sutre adhikasya stri shabdasya apeksha. And with reference to yasyeti cha, with striyah, there is another expectation of the stri word there. Krute tu vidhigrahane iयङत्र na bhavati. And when you do this, when you add this vidhi word, yasmat pratyaya vidhi, then this iyang will not go for this three. It will go only for this iyati. Vatup idamaha eva atra vihitatvena tasmin pare stri shabdasya angatva abhavat. So vatup, with this, that wherever that vatup took place, only for that you will have this tasmin pare stri shabdasya. When that follows, the stri shabda will not become the anga. Three shabda will not become the anga. Nacha. Yasyeti lopasya iyangi kartavye ajaf parasminiti sthaniyodbhavah sankhya. No. Yasyeti cha, when you bring in yasyeti cha, the iyang should come. Okay. So when you have to do the iyang, ajaf parasmin purvidho, based on that sutra, sthaniyodbhava will come. Therefore, no issue. That will be treated as sthani. No. Nacha sankhya. Don't bring this doubt. Why? Padanta vidho tannishedat. Padantau. Padantasya, na padantasya, it is negated. With na padantasya, that is negated. In padanta vidhi, that sthaniyodbhava will not take place. Stri shabdasya sunuripita angatve api na iyang. Pratyasatya ajadi pratya nirupita angatve tat pravrtehe. And the stri, for the stri word, which is established, a nice established word, ing will not come. Why? Pratyasatya ajadi pratya nirupita angatve tat pravrtehe. Because this iyang depends upon the ajadi pratyaya, and stri is not ajadi pratyaya, sakaradi pratyaya, whereas iyang is iyati is ajadi pratyaya. So only there it will come. Pratye kimiti. Next question. Pratye kim. Why do you have to say pratyaye? For that he says, yasmat pratyavidhi tadadi angam iti etavadeva astu ityartha. Yes. Yasmat pratyavidhi tadadi angam. Why do you have to say pratye angam? Because you already have established it. You understand? See, for which the pratyaya is coming as an injunction, that group of characters is anga. Simple. Anga for the pratyaya. You don't have to say that. Why do you need that? Pratyaye angam. Why do you need that? For that he says, it's a good question. Still, pratyavishishta se tatobi adhikasya va maabhutiti. We said, either for pratyaya or something which is more than pratyaya, it should not take place. That is why we have to add the pratyaye angam. What is pratyaya and more than pratyaya? For that he says, tadadi shabda rupam kiyat iti apekshayam. Avisheshat pratyavishishtam va tatopi adhikam va nirvadikam angam syat. So, okay, you said tadadi. How many characters? The whole words, whatever exists before that, or only for this word? There is no rule there. You understand? Whatever is in the beginning is called as anga. So the word before, everything will become anga for this pratyaya. So, nacha yasmat pratyaya iti pratyasya shrutatvat pratyaya avadhi eva anga bhavishyati iti vacham. No. You have mistaken. What is the sutra? Yasmat pratyaya vidhi, to which the pratyaya is coming as an injunction. So you are only bringing the injunction for this group of characters, not for the character words which are before those group of characters. That is good. What you said is right, but that's not correct. Why? Yasmat pratyavidhi tadaditi artha samarpanena tasya pratyagranasya charitarthatvat. That pratyaya word which is said there, it has done its job by giving the meaning for which the pratyaya is coming as an injunction. There its job is done. So for the anga, pratyaye angam, that this pratyaya word will not be carried forward. Again, doubled. Tatascha, therefore what happens? Pratyavishishta vishishtasya angatve vavrasya iti. So pratyavishishta, whatever has the pratyaya, if that is also included as anga, the whole meaning the base word plus the pratyaya. So the whole word, if it is going to be not the words before the pratyaya, the whole group of words including the pratyaya, if it is going to be accepted as anga, then vavrasya iti pratyavishishtasya angatve urat iti adeshasya paranimitatva alabha. So now if you vavrasya, that whole character is accept the whole base word and the pratyaya is accepted to be anga. Now urat comes. Urat, it's a sutra. So that comes up. So it adeshasya. Urat is an adesha. Okay, so now where will it come? Paranimitatva alabhat, because what is the triggering cause? What is the nimitta there? What is the clause there which says before this or whatever is existing there? There is no rule there. There is no clause there which fixes the point. Therefore, achaf parasmin iti sthanivatva apravritya. Achaf parasmin puru vidho. That sutra will not come. Because there is no sthanivat from based on that sutra. From that sutra, you don't get that idea of sthanivat bhava. So, na samprasarane samprasaranti samprasaran shedho na syat. Therefore, what happens is na samprasarane samprasaranam. If samprasarana takes place once, you cannot apply the samprasarana again to the same place. That is the rule. What is samprasarana? Iyyana samprasaranam. Meaning something which is a contrary thing to eco-energy. You replace ik with n in eco-energy, whereas you replace n with ik in samprasarana. So wherever the samprasarana is already done, you cannot apply that. That is the sutra rule, but that will not be applied there. So he says iti na syat. Adhikasya angatvecha devadatta odanam. So now the first set of rule, which is inclusive of the pratyaya, that will be a problem. Now, more than the pratyaya, what is that? That is more than the pratyaya. So he is bringing the next idea. Adhikasya angatve. If it is something more is included as is accepted as a pratyaya, then devadatta odanam apakshi. Devadatta cooked the food. In this place, ityado, in this place, devadattadi shabda uttaram supam nimitti kritya. So, devadatta, devadattaha odanam, devadatta plus su, devadattaha. That devadatta is a word, okay? So, devadattadi shabda uttaram supam. So, devadatta plus su. Devadatta plus su. So, nimitti kritya. Based on that su, lung paryantam angatvat, the lung, till the lung, devadattanam odanam apakshi. Apakshi tatopi adhikasya. Not just the pratyaya. The whole group of the whole sentence. So the whole sentence lung paryantam angatvat. Lung till the lung, it is treated as anga. Therefore, tasya lung paratvena devadattadi shabdat purvam api angapati. So whatever comes, all those, the whole sentence will become anga. अंगसंज्ञायाः प्रत्ययनिमित्तत्व अभावेन लुंगादि निरूपित अंगस्य इति अर्थस्य दुर्लभत्वात्. So because you are not limiting the anga with a pratyaya word, only where the for whichever the pratyaya, for that pratyaya, this is the anga. You are not limiting it. So everything becomes anga for that. Pratyaya ityukte. But if you add the word pratyaya, then what happens? Na kopi dosha ityala. There will be no defect here. So this is enough. We'll see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.